What's going on, guys? It's Alexios. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we are talking about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So, today, the alpha, exclusive to PS4, released, and played it for a couple hours, and here are my thoughts. But before we get into that, make sure to check out my previous videos, my last video being a style guide, and the video before that unboxing this hoodie and this shoe. So, check them out. Now, Call of Duty. So, just for some background, I have played Call of Duty for years. I started mainly with Black Ops 2. Before that, I would just play at friends' houses. When I got that game, at the time, I feel like people didn't really think it was the best. People were complaining all the time. There was a lot of BS in that game, but not as much as there has been lately. This past year's game, Modern Warfare, I would say the Call of Duty community, everything has been in the best position since probably Black Ops 2. Warzone has increased the popularity, there have been new players, and it's been really great. With Cold War coming, everybody's a bit worried if we're gonna stay on this positive track. Well, let me tell you, based on the alpha, things are looking good. There are a few concerns, and we'll get into those a bit later in the video. But first, let me just start off by saying the gunplay is just... it's almost perfect. Now, when I say that, what I mean is it feels like a dumbed down version of Modern Warfare 2019's movement. It's not as smooth as that, but it almost feels like it could be, but they just decided not to do that. So it is a bit, in that way, clunky, but the gunplay, the time to kill, the shooting, it really is perfect. It does remind me of Black Ops 2 the most in terms of time to kill. I wouldn't put it anywhere near Black Ops 4. Graphically, the game on the PS4, I mean, it is an alpha, so this can all change by release, but the frame rate is very inconsistent. It is not a constant 60 frames per second, and they, for some reason, they keep putting motion blur all up in these games, and it looks hideous. It makes me want to vomit. So, luckily you can turn it off, but you have to turn it off after every match. The frame rate, Now, for maps, there are very few to try out in terms of the normal multiplayer. I don't even know what it is. They keep changing the numbers in this, like 6v6. Miami is one of them. Miami, I feel like it's just too big. It feels like a Modern Warfare map, and as does Moscow, which I'll talk about in a second. But Miami, it's very pretty, you know, neon lights, all that type of thing. But just the flow of it feels off. It depends on the game mode. For Moscow, like, there's that map in Modern Warfare, which I'll like throw the name right here because I can't remember. It looks like they took that map from Modern Warfare 2019 and just like pasted it in this game with a couple changes. Now, I will say this version of it is better, but aesthetically it looks nearly the exact same. But that map does play well, especially for Kill Confirmed, and I think Domination was pretty good on that as well. And then my favorite map was Satellite, which is the one in the desert. And that one, for like objective game modes, is perfect. The pacing, perfect. Yeah, it was awesome. And let me tell you, the kill streak system in this game, it already is weird, but they really have to change it before release. In nearly every single one of my games, I was getting a chopper gunner by the end, or if it were Domination, I was getting it like at the end of one half and at the end of the second half. And if I can do that, like a slightly above average player, that worries me. So now let's get into the nitty gritty of the kill streak system in this game. So essentially, it supports streaks from MW3, so on. You know, you can earn your streaks over the entire match. It doesn't matter if you die or not. But what they added on top of that was cooldowns to streaks. So let's say I earn my UAV, I pop it, and then I die, and then, you know, the UAV does its thing. But once the UAV is over, there's a 90-second cooldown where I can't earn it again or use it. In that way, I think that's Treyarch's way of trying to limit how many streaks you can get in streak spam. But then we get to the issue of it all being support streaks. And what I found is, towards the end of games, you're seeing more and more streaks being used. And not necessarily by players that are doing well either. It's just people who are earning them because, you know, you get a lot of score in Treyarch games. I don't know about that because I was earning a chopper gunner essentially every game, or even every half for like domination. And the fact that I, a slightly above average player, can do that, that doesn't look good. So I am a bit concerned about the kill streak system. I think they just need to really crunch the numbers, and, you know, once this alpha's over, I'm sure they'll change things based on community input. Yeah, make it harder to get a chopper gunner, because although it's fun, it's not nearly as fulfilling when I'm getting it every game. Now, for the create a class system, I thought it's a step down from Modern Warfare, only aesthetically, because the attachments in this game actually tell you statistically what they're doing. So plus 5 damage or plus 20 range, whereas in Modern Warfare you got all these random bars that just don't tell you anything useful. You just don't know what you're getting into. But yeah, you have all those stats, so it makes it really easy to decide what attachments you want to use. And yeah, I think also alongside with the attachments are the perks and the perk card system, whatever you want to call it. The perks are all great. I had no issue with them. The perk cards, I forget what they're called, but the cards underneath where it's like, you know, perk greed or more weapon attachments, those are crazy in this game, because now it's not like in old games where you get one extra perk in the perk 1 slot or 2 or 3 slot. Now you get an extra perk in every slot. And for the attachments, you just get an extra 5 attachments, making a total of 10 attachments possible on your gun. That's pretty crazy. But at the same time, because all this stuff is so overpowered, I'm gonna sound like we're talking about MW2 here, I think it works so far, you know, nothing seems crazy. On a side note, one thing I really liked about this game, the sniping. Sniping hasn't been the same since probably Black Ops 2. That was the last great era of sniping, you know? You could argue maybe Black Ops 3 and 4 brought that back. I kind of disagree. But yeah, the sniping in this game, it feels awesome. It just, yeah, I think the quick scopers, all you guys are going to be happy. There's also the footstep audio, which, thank God, in this game, you can hear them. Dead Silence Ninja is a perk. Yeah, the footstep audio here is 10 times better than Modern Warfare. I'm curious if that will go over to Warzone as well, and whether the audio will change there. Part of me is telling me it won't, because it's on like Modern Warfare's entire engine. I did experience a few bugs, just like not being able to connect to servers or getting kicked out halfway through a game, but it's an alpha. Overall, I am excited for this game, more so than I was yesterday. I think Treyarch has to make a couple changes, just mainly the kill streak thing. I do hope the maps are good. I am a bit concerned because of Miami. Like, it just, that and Moscow, they're just both really, really big. Speaking of which, there are also those big combined arms matches, which are like 24 players, 12v12 I think. And those are actually really fun. I enjoyed the snow map the most. The one on the water was okay. People were a bit more campy on that, but I think it's a good replacement for Ground War. So yeah, those were my thoughts on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm curious to hear what you think and whether you've played it and how you feel about it. And yeah, stay tuned to the channel for more Call of Duty gameplay mainly when Black Ops Cold War comes out, because Modern Warfare multiplayer is just Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 40 subscribers. Let's hit it. Let's do it. I believe. I believe.
Do it! Just do it!
And yeah, love yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!